Monday, 4th of December, 2023. The bridgeheads to the left bank of the Dnipro River continue to be a significant problem for Russian forces. They conducted 5 assault attempts in the area around Krinky. However, Ukrainians continued to bravely hold their positions. Additionally, the enemy began the construction of a reinforced defense line along Radensk to Tavriska Road. The goal is to reinforce the area before Ukrainian forces decide to move in that direction. In the area of the city of Bakhmut, the enemy continued to implement its plan to disrupt the offensive of the Ukrainian armed forces south of the city and regain dominating positions to the west and northwest of the city. To the east of the Bohdanivka units of the Russian 98th Airborne Division managed to oust Ukrainian soldiers from one squad position. Additionally, to the east of Ivanivska, units of the enemy's 11th Separate Air Assault Brigade were able to dislodge Ukrainian forces from 3 squad positions and defeat 3 more with artillery. In turn, the Ukrainian armed forces knocked out the advanced motorized units northwest of the Klishchivka. The fight around Bakhmut continues to be brutal, with both sides struggling to gain significant tactical advantage. Tuesday, 5th of December, 2023. The enemy command in the Avdiivka direction continued to increase the combat capabilities of its artillery group. In particular, through the use of adjustable, high-precision modernized 152mm artillery shells of the Krasnopol M2 type. The fire units of the 385th Artillery Brigade deployed precisely in the Avdiivka direction have already received more than 80 units of such shells as part of their armored combat units. The firing range of this type of ammunition can be up to 26 kilometers. The Russian command plans to use this type of ammunition as part of a reconnaissance and strike complex. It is also worth noting that the enemy command deployed at least 2 attack and reconnaissance groups from the 24th Separate Special Purpose Brigade, equipped with Lancet-type attack UAVs for targeted strikes on armored vehicles, air defense systems, and artillery systems. Wednesday, 6th of December, 2023. Brand new Storm V units began to appear in the combat zone. At first, it was not entirely clear what kind of forces these were. As it turned out, for the most part, these units consisted of former thugs of the Wagner PMC. They began to operate primarily in the Kupiansk direction, subordinate to the West Russian command. Storm V is the same PMC Wagner, only under the patronage of the Russian Ministry of Defense, and with a completely new rebranding. After the neutralization of the Prigozhin and Utkin, the Russian Federation Ministry completely crushed the Wagner system. Sergei Shoigu, a Russian Minister of Defense, became de facto the sole commander of the Russian military world. The remaining Wagner units are now under his jurisdiction, and with the creation of Storm V, we can see a clear strategy of moving away and destroying the Wagner brand. Thursday, 7th of December, 2023. Russian Central Command began to increase its efforts in the Lyman direction. Deployments of the earlier described Storm V units are one of the ways they are planning to increase their attacking potential and reach the Chorny Zarabets River. In particular, over the past 24 hours, the following units have joined in offensive operations in this direction. The 144th Motorized Rifle Division joined the attack to the east of Terny, so far to no avail. The reinforced Motorized Rifle Battalion of the 90th Tank Division continued its persistent attacks in the area of Dnipro River, with the obvious intention of breaking into the floodplain of the Seversky Don River to the south. Friday, 8th of December, 2023. The enemy continued its attempts southwest of the village of Krinky to displace the Ukrainian armed forces from this settlement into the floodplain of the Dnipro River. Over 2 days, units of the enemy's 328th Airborne Infantry Regiment made at least 3 focused attempts to break through in the indicated direction. All ended in vain for them. In the Oleshki sector, the Russian command was also strengthening the first position of its defense line, in particular, seeing the possibility of active actions by Ukrainian units in the direction of the Solontsy village. In the western part of Oleshki and southwest of the city, units of the 70th Motorized Rifle Division took up defense as reinforcement. Saturday, 9th of December, 2023. In the Avdiivka area, a thorough regrouping and replenishment of units is underway after the insane, suicidal assault waves. Russian command is trying to prepare for a new massive attack by the end of December. This is quite logical, taking into account the deadlines for the capture of Avdiivka set by the Russian command. The goal is to capture the city no later than the 2024 Russian presidential election day. Ukrainian forces, by contrast, appear to be using this period to establish and consolidate defensive positions along the problematic parts of the front line, thereby conserving manpower and resources for future offensive efforts. Sunday, 10th of December, 2023, in the area of the city of Bakhmut, the command of the enemy troops additionally brought into battle in the direction of the city of Chasiv Yar units of the 200th Separate Motorized Rifle Brigade, and also involved units of the 72nd Motorized Rifle Brigade in the area of the villages of Andriivka. Thus, there are two main enemy operational tactical groups that are conducting offensive operations to the west and counter-offensive actions to the south of the city of Bakhmut. In conclusion, during this week, Ukrainian forces have eliminated 6,010 personnel, 56 tanks, 128 APCs, 103 artillery systems, 6 MLRs, 119 UAVs of operational tactical level, and 3 anti-aircraft systems.